Hello there, I'm Nathan.
And I'm Casey.
And this is our van.
We've been on the road about 2 months. We started in Oregon and are just taking a year off, and we are traveling the U.S. Welcome to our van. So when you first walk in, both of our seats actually swivel around. We wanted to have a decent amount of seating just because the rest of the van doesn't really have too much besides the bed. So both the swivel seats here, and then of course we eat at our dining table. Underneath here is where our kitty has his food and water, a few toys as well. His name is Rory and we love him so much. He actually likes to hang out up top here most of the day. He's very lazy but has lots of energy at night. Above here we have some food storage, and then we also have games and just like random like flashlights, cat stuff, all those little random things you find that you need day to day. I also have a couple potted plants. I will tell you though, we boondock on some pretty interesting bumpy roads. These do not fare well, so they're probably going to get a new home and they're going to be fake plants in a few weeks probably. We did install both a fire alarm and a carbon monoxide detector down here just in case. I'm always going to be super safe. We also do have a fire extinguisher down below and a cat scratcher that our cat never uses. He just is so picky, so what do you do? And every cat needs a cat box. So we saw a couple different designs online, did some research on YouTube, and we decided to put it under our seat here. So this is actually a door that opens. And right through here, you just slide the cat box in and out. Easy for cleaning, easy to vacuum all the litter that he throws everywhere. And then I actually just sewed a couple little curtains on my sewing machine. And so that way you're not looking into it all the time. It helps, I don't know if I would say it helps the smell too much, but we clean it enough. We don't worry about the smell really. But these are actually Velcroed on so that if he happens to get them dirty or they just get gross, you can just throw them in the laundry and clean them right up. All right, so one other thing that we did do in our van is we actually installed 2 windows. So we did install this window. It's just a generic RV window. You flip this little guy up and you just pull and it opens. It has a screen. Just lets in some nice air and really helps with the circulation because we have a fan over the bed. We also installed the window on the slider, which is like a Promaster window, specifically for the Promaster. So one thing we wanted for our kitchen was just as much storage as possible, not only for the kitchen, but for the whole van. But we were able to get 4 drawers here, and these have most of our utensils and things like that in here. So the top drawer is full utensils, everything you could possibly need in a van. And they are on soft closing drawer slides. And they do also all have magnets so that they don't come open while we're driving. Second drawer, just some fun bags and things. We like to use reusable bags with our produce if possible. So we do have things like that. And then third drawer, you're getting to more like cooking. And then bottom is more cooking stuff. We do use an Instant Pot for pretty much all of our cooking. Moving on, we have 2 cabinets up above. So this is where we have all of we have cups, we have plates, bowls, Tupperware, that kind of stuff. And over here, we've got some more like dry goods storage. So my quinoa, oatmeal, stuff like that. We did install paper towel roll, and then we added this little strap to just, when it's windy, this likes to blow all over, and we tried to make it so that it's not going to do that quite so much. This sink, so we're really trying to be as frugal as possible. This sink was actually pretty cool. We found this sink on OfferUp, which is an online selling site, for $5, but we decided to upgrade it a little bit because this was originally had like 2 handles and we wanted a soap pump. So we got this faucet off Amazon and we love it. It just like moves all over. It's so cool. It was on sale, so it's always great. And then we got a little soap pump. Next off, we're gonna go to our fridge. So we are 100% solar, and we did not want to buy a Dometic fridge. They're pretty expensive. And again, as we probably mentioned like 8 times in this video, we're a little bit frugal. So we literally have a dorm fridge, and we did add a little strap here with Velcro because it does swing open if we go around a corner too fast without it. But it just opens up and it's got a ton of space. So we've got all this room for food. We've got 3 levels here, and it does have a freezer that fits a full quart of ice cream plus whatever else you might need. So we're really happy with the size, and so far we haven't had any issues with temperature or anything like that. Just had to add the strap so it doesn't open up while we're driving. And then finally in the kitchen, we do have this here, and we have we just hang little sacks for our garbage. We have little hooks. And then under here, we keep like a mini vacuum, we keep Lysol sprays, we keep cleaning supplies, and then also like dish rags, extra paper towels, things like that. One last thing before we move on that I wanted to show that's pretty cool is our little like secret shoe compartment. So this piece of flooring, because it had to be raised anyway, we decided to make it so that it can open, and then I just keep some of my extra shoes in here, because a girl can never have too many shoes except when you live in a van. You got just enough space to have a few.
Well, we built all of the cabinets and the walls and everything in here ourselves. Basically, everything's made out of plywood, 2x4s, 2x2s, and stuff that we ordered off of Amazon.
Yes.
All the cabinets are built on a 1x2 frame, and then they have 1/4-inch plywood skins on them to keep the weight down. We built our drawers out of a 1/2-inch plywood and then a 3/4-inch cabinet grade plywood face, and then we just routed the edges to give it some character. Casey picked out all of the hardware. I think she ordered all that off Amazon, and it all looks really great. Up above, we have all concealed hinges that will hold our upper cabinet doors up, which is super handy so they don't fall on my head. So I have to run into them on purpose, which still happens.
Occasionally. We also did put magnets on these just so that they don't rattle, because we do go on some pretty bumpy, crazy roads, so it just helps with the noise a little bit more.
Our ceiling, we bought 12-foot tug and groove pine boards just from the Home Depot. And we just fastened them into the furring strips that we put on the ribs of the van.
I fell in love with the idea of a pull-up pantry. So we made a pull-up pantry. It has 4 levels. The top we just keep on like spices and teas and little small things like that. And then as you go down, you've got some canned goods, dry goods, cereals, chips, that kind of thing. And I just absolutely love it. And it has so much storage and helps with the space so nicely. So it was perfect for us. And we pretty much cook all the time. Like, we don't go out to eat much. We're very frugal. So cooking in the van is exactly what we like to do. So having the space to have the food in different varieties is wonderful. And then this half, so actually the top is for all of our sweaters and different coats and things along those lines. And then you've got all of my like hair products and vitamins and first aid, and I mean pretty much anything you can think of is all just stored in here. A couple family photos just to remind us of home, and that's our little hygiene area. All right, welcome to our bathroom area. So we do have a shower. We used a 24x32 shower pan. It's raised about 2 inches off the ground so that we can have clearance so it will drain properly. And we used FRP board in the shower itself so that it's waterproofed, and then of course we sealed it and caulked it so that we're not going to have any issues with that. Shower head is just off Amazon, and then these are little towel holders for us, so once we shower, towels are wet, we can hang those up. We do have hot and cold, so we have a hot water heater. It's about 4 gallons and takes about 15 minutes to heat up, and we just kind of take like start and stop shower, so you get yourself warm and wet, and then you suds up, and then the shower's off, and then when you're ready, you turn it on, rinse, and repeat as needed. We do have a Thetford cassette toilet. So it is one that has the holding tank in the bottom of the toilet itself, and it just needs to be dumped at a RV dump like any normal cassette toilet does. Nathan actually built the shower pan, not the shower pan, the insert in the shower pan. It is just a wood insert, and he routed it to make it fit into the shower pan, and we actually connected the toilet like mounting plate to that, so that when we shower we can take the toilet out off of that, or when we need to remove the toilet and dump it, we just take it out, and then we can take that pan out as well, and you can just have the shower itself, and that way our toilet is steady when we're moving, but not in the way when we need to shower. We decided not to go with the classic like self-cleaning shower door. They're just a little bit more expensive than we wanted to spend. So we have a, I guess you would call it a plastic shower door, and it's an accordion door, and it just slides out and slides back as needed. It has a little magnet here, and then we usually try and dry it off after we shower, just so that we don't have to worry about any sort of mold or mildews. But so far we've had really great luck with it, and it seems to be working really well.
All right, this is our sleeping area. We have a 6-inch foam mattress. It's a full size, full width and height. We only had to trim the corners here and here to match the contour of the van. It's on a platform, which are just 2x4s. We found that to be the most economical way. I think we ran 6 of them, the width of the van. And they're just on a ledge that we created by putting a furring strip on the plywood that we use for the walls in the garage. The cabinets are attached to the ribs of the van on either side, up in the corners and up into the ceiling. We have our Max Air fan. It's been great. If I did it again, I'd probably get one that has a remote. That way I don't always have to climb into the bed to turn it on and off or to change the speeds. This is a shelf that we built into the back of the shower wall so that Casey could put her phone and her books and her journal and her iPad and all the stuff that she likes to have next to her at night in here. So it's just the wall's framed, and rather than closing it in, we just closed in parts of it and made a little ledge with a thin plywood so that we could put things in there. Just take it in and out, and it stays pretty secure, and we haven't had any issues with stuff falling out when we're driving, so we're really happy with that. And one of the hardest things moving into the van and selling our house was, we had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a 2-car garage and a yard and all that. And so like paring down was really difficult. And we sold a bunch of stuff and sorting through clothes. What do we want to bring? What do we not want to bring? Sorting through our like kitchen utensils and cooking things, and going through all of that. Was hard, and what we've learned since we've got out here is that the good job that we thought we did, we should have left a bunch more stuff at home. All right, this is our garage and mechanical area. We've got a water system and an electrical system. We run off of pure solar power. We've only plugged in once in 2 months. We have a little over 900 watts of solar, and we have 5 kilowatt hours of batteries. We built the battery ourselves. We ordered the cells from China. We have 30 gallons of fresh water that goes through a 2-stage water filter and our pump to our shower and our sink. The water tastes okay, depending on where we get it from, but we feel a lot better knowing that we have a filter there. And then underneath the van, we have a 20-gallon gray water tank that we're able to drain out at RV dumps. And we keep a ladder to get on top, and then we keep all our cat stuff here. We got our cat food, and we have our kitty litter under there, and then just random extra food and water and things that we don't have room for in our pantry or in our refrigerator. And then we have our little storage thing. We screwed it into the floor, and it works great as a little dresser.